is a Bramble Jam podcast.
Welcome to Girls Gone Hallmark, a Hallmark review podcast. I'm Megan, and I'm a longtime Hallmark fan.
I'm Wendy. I'm a former Hallmark hater.
Today, we're discussing episodes 1 and 2 of the new series 12 Dates Til Christmas, which originally premiered on Friday, December 5th, and is currently available to stream on Hallmark Plus. Hey, our listeners have been coming through in a big way. They're sending in their listener mailbag comments. You're getting another listener mailbag episode this week because you guys just keep sending us the good stuff. You can continue to do that at girlsgonehallmark@gmail.com. But also, we shamelessly request your reviews every single week, and they're just pouring in. If I may read a recent review from Lisa M27.
Yes.
I'm so glad I found this podcast. I never would have watched some of the shows and movies that I've been watching if I hadn't found them. I never even heard of Mr. Christmas until I listened to their podcast. And then I checked out Hallmark Plus from the library, and I've binged watched season 1. It was such a great show, and now I'm watching season 2 live. Their awesome reviews of movies and series makes me want to watch them.
Well, that's nice.
Isn't that lovely? So thank you for your review.
Thank you, Lisa.
Keep them coming, friends. Keep them coming.
Hey, we have a Facebook group if you are looking to talk about these movies with other Hallmark fans. We are Girls Gone Hallmark in Facebook groups.
I have so much to say about this, so let's just jump right into our review of 12 Dates Til Christmas with a synopsis.
Okay, so we are going to do episodes 1 and 2 in this episode, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let me read the synopsis for episode 1, and then I'll read the synopsis for episode 2. Episode 1 is "'Tis the Season." When Kate's best friends sign her up for a holiday-themed dating service, she reluctantly joins, but has no idea just how much her life is about to change. Episode 2, "'Tis the Season for Red Flags." Kate's would-be date number 1, Richard, tries to reconnect. Meanwhile, Mac attempts to prove his independence, but learns he needs to ask for help.
Episode 1 was written by showrunner Erin Rodman. Her credits include Christmas Class Reunion, The Christmas House 2, Deck Those Halls, and The Christmas Bow. Episode 2 was written by Dava Avena. Her other writing credits include Firefly Lane, BH 90210, Devious Maids, and Medium.
BH 90210. That's the original cast reboot.
Oh, it is the one that we like so much?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
I did love that. I really wish we had gotten more.
Me too. Episodes 1 and 2 were directed by Emma Conroy. This marks her 5th directing credit, with previous projects like Outlander, Blood of My Blood, and Vikings Valhalla.
Mae Whitman stars as Kate, bringing an impressive, wide-ranging career to the role. On television, she's known for Parenthood, Good Girls, and even her early work on Chicago Hope. Her film credits include Hope Floats, One Fine Day, and her very first movie role in 1994's When a Man Loves a Woman. She's also built an incredible career in voice acting, lending her talent to major animated series like Family Guy, DC Superhero Girls, and many more.
Julianne Morris co-stars as best friend Callum. This project marks his 43rd acting credit and was last seen on Hallmark in The Presence of Love from 2022. Julian is probably best known for his role as Wren on the series Pretty Little Liars.
Lucy Eaton co-stars as Kate's best friend Laura. She has 8 acting credits, including the British meta-comedy Staged, where she appeared across all 3 seasons.
Emer Morrissey plays Drew, the matchmaker. She has 19 acting credits, with one of her most recognizable roles coming from the Irish comedy series Damo and Ivor. This marks her first Hallmark project.
Zafani Idoko plays Sarah. With 11 acting credits, she's appeared in the reboot of Gossip Girl, as well as a few Lifetime adjacent type movies.
Nathaniel Parker plays Kate's dad, Mac. Nathaniel is a classically trained English actor, best known for his lead role in the Inspector Lynley Mysteries and his award-winning stage work, including an Olivier Award for his performance in Wolf Hall.
Jane Seymour plays Evelyn. She's a Golden Globe and Emmy winner known for Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman, an array of films, and a long list of fan favorite TV roles. This marks her 155th acting credit.
Mary McDonnell plays Kate's mom, Delilah. She's a 2-time Oscar nominee known for her roles in Dances with Wolves, Passion Fish, Battlestar Galactica, and Major Crimes. This is her 58th acting credit.
Toby Sandman plays Richard. This is Toby's first time on Hallmark, but he has been seen in the series Running Point and The Game.
Also noteworthy, Hallmark master artist for Kate's designs is done by Amber Goodvin.
Ooh, good to know. Let's take a quick break and we will come right back with our first impressions. Hey, Wendy, what was your first impression of episodes 1 and 2 of 12 Dates Till Christmas?
This show made me want to grab Hallmark by the shoulders and say, yes, more of this.
Yes. Oh my gosh. My first impression is this is the swoony, feet-kicking rom-com we need for this holiday season.
I agree. I gotta tell you, I was pleasantly surprised.
Me too.
And almost shocked how much I like this.
Me too. And it builds. I'm so glad they're dropping 2 because I think watching episodes 1 and 2 back to back is such a nice, full opening to the series.
I agree. Question for you.
Yeah.
Do you think the regular Hallmark fans are going to like this show?
I gotta tell you, I'm worried because the tone is so dramatically different from what they've been conditioned to expect.
Mm-hmm.
In a great way. I loved it. I loved it, but it doesn't scream Hallmark. And so I can just see that this isn't a Hallmark show. But it's a good show. So it's a good show.
It's the same way Providence Falls wasn't a Hallmark show. I mean, it was made for Hallmark, obviously, but people didn't get it or couldn't get into it because it was so different than what they've done previously or the template that they use. And so I'm fearful that our regular fans are going to be like, nope, that's not for me.
I hope there's a lower barrier to entry here because it's a holiday romance. The genre is at least familiar, although the vibe is different. Please give this a chance, listeners and viewers.
All right, let's talk about what we liked about it.
Okay. Talking about the vibe, let's just start by saying the production value on this is through the roof. The filming locations, the attention to detail put into the dates and the way that those are fleshed out. This feels like a high budget show. It doesn't feel like corners were cut. I love everything about, I understand that it's set in England, but they were shot in Ireland. It's gorgeous. I appreciate the work that was put into this.
I have in my notes that this series very much feels like a Netflix series.
Yes.
Because for me, it's like sharp, it's modern, it's cooler than your typical Hallmark rom-com. The opening scene where we get May as Kate, where she's on the train.
Yes.
And I don't know if the jump cuts that they used in that scene, did you catch that by chance?
I did not.
Oh, I just loved the style of it. They were just like, she was ripping through this, like basically this monologue, and it was just like cut so tightly that I that appealed to me right off the bat.
Well, let's talk about Mae Whitman.
Okay.
She is incredible in this role. And that's not really a surprise to me. I've loved her in everything she's done. I mean, from One Fine Day, I love that movie so much. And when she's like cute little Mae Whitman with the kitten under the table, to fast forward to Parenthood, to Good Girls, now to this role. What was interesting to me is some of her later roles are a little bit more cynical and edgy. And she transitions into this role where there's a lot of warmth. Like
Oh, that's interesting.
she isn't excited about this 12 Dates program, but she doesn't translate to the people that she's with. She still is genuinely interested in them. She's not, while she's very clear about, I'm not so sure about this whole process, she doesn't turn that into, I'm not so sure about you. And it feels very natural. I just feel like this is the way she's able to kind of chameleon herself into these roles. I am loving her in this.
So my take on her is, well, one, it's perfect casting. And what a get for
What
Hallmark.
a get, yeah.
My take is, I think her character is actually a little edgy, a little emo. She's a little guarded. She's a little prickly, but all of that makes her deeply likable. And we start to see in episode 2 that thaw, like those kind of like the cynicism start to thaw a little bit when she has this realization when she's on one of her dates. I mean, I find it all very relatable. I think she's fantastic in this.
Talking about relatable, I think as women of a certain age, there are so many elements of this story that are really relatable. The caretaking for her parent, the frustration she feels in that moment where she's committed to being there for him. And I love that we get that flashback of her and her father coming to London and what that meant to her and how he was there for her when her mom was off traveling the world with the flavor of the week, and how important it was for her to repay that, but also the stress and the anxiety and the frustration of not being able to control this adult man with free will, and the fear about what that means. That to me, when she loses it on him, I just was like, yes, like the sandwich generation, I think we can understand that so much.
BTW, Mae Whitman's eyebrows are fantastic.
That's so funny that you say that, because as I was watching this, I was like, I gotta go tint my eyebrows and do a little shaping.
They're so good.
I'm
They
due.
deserve their own acting credit.
Their own IMDb.
And she emotes with them so well, too. Like, she's just great. She's so freaking great. You know what else is really great in this is the dialogue is snappy and fast and fun, and it's my love language. It is my
me
love
too.
language. The script moves. I feel like the characters are actually talking like millennials and Gen Xers here.
Are you friend zoning me? Oh my gosh.
Friend zoning mean who hurt you was a question in there. It was a funny question. Cuffing season. These are all things that are I am not going to say in my own personal vernacular, but a language I'm familiar with, and I loved it so very much. Also, I just want to make a connection here. It might be a little bit of a reach, but Mae Whitman played the daughter of Lauren Graham in Parenthood. Lauren Graham was Lorelai in Gilmore Girls. We have long said that that is our lane. We love that kind of dialogue in movies and shows, right?
Right.
They are actually best friends in real life. So I wonder if there's like a sprinkle of influence in there.
I don't think it's a reach. I think this absolutely has a Gilmore Girls sensibility to it. And I think Lauren Graham, if you've ever seen, I know you have, but if the listeners have ever seen an interview with her, Lorelai is Lauren Graham toned down. And I think it would be hard to be friends with Lauren Graham without picking up some of those strong personality traits and translating them into your own acting.
Oh, for sure. For sure. You know what else I really liked? We talked about like the dialogue being fun. There is a lot of comedy that really works. My favorite scene in the 2 episodes was when Laura gets home and her kid is just eating dinner with a pair of underwear on her head. It's not even mentioned until the end of the scene. And I laughed so hard. And the husband's like, well, it looks like it's wine and nuggets for dinner for you. It was so good. And to me, like high level comedy, they're not hitting us over the head with it.
It's that throwaway line that I love. Like, as her husband's walking out the door, she's like, does our firstborn have pants on her head? He goes, yep. And then that's about it. And they move on with it. It's great. If I can talk about the character of Laura for a minute.
Yeah.
She, of course, you and I don't have small children, but some of her motivation in getting Kate coupled is like, no, I need to live vicariously through you. Like, I've been married forever. I'm in the trenches with work and my children and all of this. I'm eating nuggets and wine for dinner. I need this excitement for you. And so I really like that she has that moment of like, I need to get out. I need this excitement. And at the end of the pair of episodes, we see her coming home to her husband. And there's just that comfort where she's like, no. I don't want that. World out there is crazy. I don't want any part of that. Like, give me my own personal familiar chaos.
Yeah.
I like that. I like their relationship, that they're in the trenches, but they are in the trenches together.
Right. I really like who they cast as Laura. I know she doesn't have a ton of work, but like she's great. She's great.
When she pulls over and Kate's like walking back and forth on the sidewalk and she's like, Kate, you're glitching. And she has to send to her. It's great. They have a great vibe.
Okay. I love Jane Seymour and the dad, and I think they deserve their own spinoff after only seeing 2 episodes. Yeah. I'm at a stage in life when I suddenly care deeply about the romantic art of characters who are 55 and older. You know, like I love like Mae Whitman and her character of Kate and going on these dates and whatever, but I'm also drawn to this like second chance love storyline. I think they have such a nice friendship.
Let's talk Callum.
Yeah, let's talk Callum. I have questions. Is Callum in game here?
Well, so that's a big question for me, right? Because Richard comes on the scene. I'm like, oh, look at Richard. And Callum actually is the source of my only wish in this episode. But I do love that they take us to the very end and we see that look where he's like, oh no. Like we start to get all of these speed bumps towards the end where Callum's girlfriend and Callum's girlfriend's ex-boyfriend are there. And there's all of these question marks thrown at us in a short period of time. And just that shot through the window. What do you think? Is Callum endgame?
Well, that's where I thought we were going. And maybe we are, because I was like, oh, of course, maybe Callum was the no-show date and he chickened out. Maybe he's the one who's sending flowers and texting, but like, no, that's not what was happening. So maybe I'm wrong here. I don't know. But when Matt comes over to help Callum with the stove or whatever at the cafe, I felt like the dad gave Callum this look like,
yes,
oh, Kate is on a date and her friends are there. And then they were like joking about him needing to be there as well. And then Matt gave him this look like, you know, fathers always know kind of look. Like,
and Callum runs out.
Yeah.
Well, I rewatched that opening train sequence twice because you watch it the first time and you don't know what's coming. So I watched it a second time and she's talking about this journey she's been on. And she's like, my friends they made me do this. And she's like, and I found somebody. And then I lost him. And I was looking for clues in that opening. Now, it could be going any direction, right? But it seems to me like Julian Morris is obviously one of the leads. It seems like he's got to be the guy. But right now, I'm a little bit Team Richard.
Well, hello, Richard. When Richard comes on, like, you know, we're introduced to the date who stood her up. Wowie zowie. Man,
zowie.
This man is a beautiful.
Yeah, excellent casting, right?
Oh, my God.
Because we got to at least root for him for a little while.
Totally. I felt like somebody punched me in the gut. I was like,
And he's funny and charming and sweet and believable and genuine. And
Yeah. Hello. Welcome. Wow. I want to talk about the dates. I love the whole 12 dates setup. I didn't know if I was going to like it because I thought, oh, this is going to be drawn out over 6 episodes. And nope, we got 5 dates in the first 2 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
I liked it a lot. I like that they do the on-screen like graphic of like date 1.
Yes.
I love that. But let's talk about the dates themselves because I thought they were wild. I thought they were entertaining.
Yeah.
Date one is a no-show, right? She's waiting forever in this little like Bryant Park igloo, basically.
100%. Yep.
And the guy no-shows, and immediately my interest is piqued. I'm like, what's happening here? Mm-hmm. I love that. Date 2, she goes ice skating, and it's obvious to me this is super friend zone situation.
Totally.
And she says that line, something about he wept into my mouth. I was like, oh my, the visual of that, best of the season.
Yes, and she says it twice. It's so funny because Laura later, she's like, he cried all over your face. She's like, into my mouth. Like the visual is so strong.
I loved it. Date 3, they do the Great British Bake Off baking date, basically. It's simple. The guy on the date, I was like, he's so reserved. Is this like a British thing? Whatever. But what I loved, this was the turning point for me, was when he was like, look, this is what I want. What do you want? And Kate doesn't know what she wants.
Well, and that
we start to see her thaw a little bit.
That was actually my favorite date, not from a romantic perspective, but just from, I loved the scene where they're just sitting on the floor waiting for their cake in the oven and they're just having a real conversation with each other. And then later they go on their walk and, you know, she's at the like, oh, you're going to give me your phone number? And he's like, yeah, but I'm not messing around. He wasn't the guy, but I did love their date.
Yeah. And this is what I like so much about the dates. It's not about Kate finding somebody. It's about what Kate's learning about herself.
Yeah.
And that's what, like, that's the meat of the story. That's the good stuff. It's so good. It is so good. Date 4. This, I was like, what the heck are we getting into? I would be 100% out if I had to show up in some sort of time period piece, costuming.
Yeah, Bridgerton-esque.
Yeah. I can't quite, what was the clerical error here? Like, how did Kate and the other girl end up together?
It's unclear, but it was just a mistake.
Well, I loved everything about this date, especially Kate stepping into the role of wingman.
Yes.
It was so good. And I was like, hey, look at that. Like a same-sex storyline in here. If you haven't watched the show, it's not about Kate being in a same-sex storyline because that's not what's happening. It's another participant in the matchmaking dating situation. And it's just there. It's just there.
That scene when she flicks her fan open to stop anyone else from joining the dance floor. Oh, it's so good. Oh, I loved it.
I loved it. And then the final date, date 5, dates and mates. The best part of, well, this whole date is great, by the way. But the parade of men.
Yes.
When her friends are bringing the guys.
The nose whistler.
The nose whistler. The guy's like, I'm very into health. I eat a lot of sauerkraut. I don't, brushing teeth is like
optional.
It was so funny and so good. So well written. Directed beautifully. I loved it, loved it, loved it.
Well, and cut to the end where you have Drew like snipping off the wristbands of these guys. Like, you're out of here. Like, you do not make the cut. Move along.
Yeah. Hey, we also didn't talk about Sarah, who is Callum's girlfriend, I guess.
Uh-huh.
She's stunning, first of all. I was like, who is this beautiful queen, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm having a hard time because I think her and Callum as a match feels nice to me. You know, it's a little bit messy with the ex weaved into the storyline here and potentially Callum maybe being into Kate. I don't know, but it is all working.
You know, I like Sarah too. I like her and Callum together. But what's interesting is they were already starting to sow seeds of doubt when she wants to have his business blow up. She's like, we're going to have this pop up. And he's kind of just like, I'm happy with who I am. Like, I'm happy to just be this small town place that people pop in. I don't need viral success. And so it's not a major conflict, but it feels like a very implied conflict. Like they want different things in that moment, but coming from a good place where she's trying to find success for him. So yeah, I'm definitely not rooting against their relationship yet.
I'm like, please don't make Sarah a villain.
No.
I love her.
No, and she's great. Like when we're first introduced to her, Kate has come back from her date that wasn't. Sarah's so lovely to Kate. Like she accepts Kate as one of Callum's best friends. And she's like, oh, do you want to join us? There's no like, oh, you're the other woman in his life feeling. But, you know, they can get around that if Sarah goes back to her ex, Walter.
Right.
Walter.
Right.
Is that his name? It's Walter.
I can't remember.
Well, are you ready to talk wishes?
I am.
I really only have one. I want to know more of the Kate and Callum backstory. They hint at it like, oh, one kiss in uni. And I know they've been friends for a long time. We see that very first like posh pies from her teenage years.
Mm-hmm.
But I would love to see if there are little moments, even unspoken ones, where we can see them having feelings about what's going on in the other person's life, or him seeing her in a relationship, or her seeing him, where were those missed connections? Because we don't know a ton about their history yet.
Right. Yeah. Hopefully that we get a little bit of backstory.
Yeah.
Watch that unfold in the next 2 episodes would be great.
Mm-hmm. What
That'd
did
be
you
great.
wish for?
I just have 2 small ones, and they were kind of touched on. At first, I was like, "Whoa, Kate's not super likable." I didn't think she was super likable, but then I flipped on that, like full 180, almost immediately, because I was like, "Oh, is it going to be hard for me to root for her, to find somebody?" I'm rooting for her. Like,
Yes.
I've been turned. Like, I'm rooting for Kate. The second wish I had was, at first I was like, whoa, the friends really need to take it down a notch and realize like Kate is she has a stressful job. She's dealing with a dad who has been injured and is rehabbing. Like, maybe dating's not her top priority at this time. Like, give her a little bit of space. But then I quickly flipped on that as well, because I do see that Laura really has Kate's best interest at heart here. So those are my 2 wishes. They were like wishes, but then not wishes.
I mean, it's really good. It's really good. Let's talk. Did you see that?
I only have a few, and not even real true. Did you see that?
Let's hear 'em.
My first one is all the alcohol. Like, it is real British pub culture
Yeah.
whooshing into Hallmark. I kind of surprised by it a little bit. I'm not offended by it whatsoever, but like, we see on Hallmark typically people drinking hot cocoa, not Guinness. So
Yeah.
but I'm into it. Like, it works. It totally works. And it would be unbelievable to me if they're like, oh, we're on a hot cocoa date.
Totally.
So I really like that. The dad on the ladder, oh my God, when he's reaching for the lights, I'm like, no,
Totally.
Mac.
It's Clark Griswold in that moment so much.
Yes, but this man is recovering from
I
a hip
know.
replacement or a broken hip or whatever. I'm like, what are you doing up there? Oh my gosh. And especially because in my old neighborhood, a neighbor died that way. And I
Oh,
just
yes.
was like, it's like, that's very dangerous. So please.
Yes. My husband's
don't do
family
that.
friend died falling off a ladder. He was very young, too.
Awful, awful. My other last, did you see that, was, of course, you said this was filmed in Ireland, and there are a lot of shots of London, but they have Kate on a rooftop where she's like sketching.
Oh,
and it's so badly green screen.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, my Did You See That's are really just scenes and thoughts that I would like to call out. First of all, when she's on the phone with her mom is giving Catherine O'Hara in Schitt's Creek when she's like, but Nugget, like she wants.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I thought that was well played. At her dates with mates where Walter's like, I need a grand gesture. I need to jump on the table. And she goes, no, don't do that. That's much too small. I laughed out loud.
Yeah.
I love Drew as the Christmas Cupid reinventing herself for every day. She's got a new look, new hair every single time. Kate's coat game is strong. She has some beautiful coats. The ice skating date, Kate meets Walter and they skate towards each other. They really milk this scene. They don't rush the slow, painful trek across the ice. They let us experience it with them. I thought that was really nice. And a line that I loved, Kate's talking about her mom and she says she's free-spirited, but honestly, I think that's an excuse for her to be unreliable. Oof. And finally, during the dance scene at the Bridgerton cosplay event, when the women are dancing, they're playing Last Christmas on violin. And it's beautiful.
Thank you for bringing that up. It was in my notes, but I forgot to put it in my final rundown here. Yes, I was like, what is this version?
Yeah.
This is beautiful.
I don't really like
Yes.
that song, actually, but I loved it like that.
Oh, it was so good. I just want to note, we got an email from a writer. His name is Zach Hugg. He worked on The More the Merrier.
Yeah.
He also worked on this project. And if by chance Zach is listening to this review, please tell your colleagues we're such fans of this show. It's so good.
I know I was tempted because he emailed us. I was tempted to email back and be like, spoiler alert, we love this show.
You need to.
I think I'm going to, but you know what was funny is we talked about in The More the Merrier how they weave that ensemble together nicely. And we're like, oh, of course, you look at what else he's done, which was The Ghosts of Christmas Always, among other things. It's not really a surprise that he's involved with this, where you've got this great ensemble cast. That kind of seems to be maybe his sweet spot. I know he's not the head writer, but worked on this show. Mm-hmm. I'm a big fan.
Big fan. This is so good. Please, if you did not watch this show when it aired, when it premiered, please find it on Hallmark Plus or a rerun of it. It is so good. Give it a chance.
Agree. Are we rating these?
Oh, yeah, let's rate it because we rated Mistletoe Murders.
You're
so.
right. It's 5 stars for me.
Yep, me too. Not even a question.
Not even a question. Thank you for listening to this episode of Girls Gone Hallmark, a Bramble Jam podcast. If you love this podcast, keep those 5 stars ratings and reviews coming. And we will be back next time with more Hallmark reviews. Goodbye.
Bye.
All right, friends, before we go, just a quick heads up. You're about to hear some ads. These little gems help us keep the show running and the Hallmark love flowing. So do with that info what you will. Grab a snack, hit the skip button, or maybe, just maybe, listen in and discover your new favorite product. Bye.